All right, so Frank, do you want to do any introductions today? I'll do them if you don't want
I'm
to.
I'm gonna leave it to you, man.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, here we go, guys. Game number 2 at the top left part of the map in the yellow from the team Empire. It is none other than Happy winning game 1. In the bottom right in the red from the team, it's GoSu. It is STX. And STX is pretty good. He's definitely, I would say, one of the up-and-coming Terrans in North America. He's gotten some pretty good wins against decent players in recent events lately, and we'll see how he does. His TVT is pretty good. That's why they sent him in. It's definitely one of his better matchups.
Yeah, I do know he is way underrated as well. He takes games off of players that people regard as some of the best in the world.
Yeah.
Happy, I'm not actually sure the status of his TVT right now. I know in the past it had actually been pretty good, but I have not seen him play TVT in quite some time, so I'm kind of curious to see what kind of style he does.
Oh, okay. Me too. It's interesting. Oh, I actually have a replay that STX sent me the other day of him beating Nada on the ladder.
Now that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Yep. He plays on the Korean server. Really, all of the guys on its GoSu play on the Korean server as far as ladder goes.
I mean, really, almost everyone plays on the Korean server these days now. You kind of have to.
Yeah, more or less. I mean, at the very top level, if you want, a challenge while you're laddering, I mean, NA's good, but if you really want to be playing against the best of the best, obviously Korea is a place to go for that. So his MMR is up there enough to hit all the GSL guys.
And even besides that, you're going to play against Korean players in events, and if you haven't seen their style before you play them in events,
absolutely.
You're dead in the water anyway.
That's a very good point. So we've got pretty normal openings from both of these guys. It looks like it's going to be just gasless expands unless one of them wants to do like a crazy Marine SCV all in, which hopefully they won't.
Here I was hoping for
a game as well.
Here I was hoping for 2 racks proxy, but yeah, it looks like 1 rack's gasless FE for both.
Happy's gone a little bit earlier, and will they just go both cross positions? Is this cross positions forced?
Yes, IPL Entombed is cross only,
okay.
And they were told that beforehand, so that's why they're not bothering with the other scout.
Makes sense.
Yep.
And yeah, there's going to be the command center going down for Happy and the command center for STX right now. The matchup is quite mirrored.
Yeah, haha. I actually find it kind of interesting that they both did it low ground. You don't see that in TVT. Usually only one will, say, all right, well, I just don't care what you're going. I'm going to put on the low ground anyway. Kind of risky most of the time, but they both saw exactly what they're doing. They saw that it was mirrored. Right. I mean, they saw there was no gas. The gas now just going down for Happy. Still no gas, actually, for STX. So STX looks like he's going for
2 gas right away. Wow.
Whoa. So STX going for Barracks build and Happy going up to maybe Banshee right away?
Could be. I mean, there's always a possibility of like a Hellion drop or something crazy like that. But 99% of the time these days when you see those 2 gas, it's like very fast cloaked Banshee.
Well, yeah, here's the bunker by Happy, which is always smart in TVT, just in case there's some kind of shenanigans going on.
Oh, look at this.
Ah, there it is. Okay, so
nice.
STX is like, all right, you're going for gas. I'm just going to try to get away with going for my 3rd CC. And if it ends up being Banshee or Cloak Banshee, he'll actually be okay because he'll have enough scans to deal with it with 3 orbitals.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really smart move by STX. The only thing is that his Marines are going to be a little bit unupgraded at that point. He won't have combat shields, he won't have stim or +1 or anything like that. So he may end up going through a few more Marines, fending it off. But like you said, the fact that he'll have 3 orbital commands will be pretty nice.
I would expect also if he ends up scanning to see if it's Banshee, he'll obviously put down Engineering Bay, and that'll help a little bit.
Yeah, he may even just go ahead and go for blind too. Yeah, with the Barracks build, a lot of times he just go in blind anyway.
All right, so he actually did just get double gas. So
yeah, guess it'd be
3 barracks in. Yeah, 3 barracks into double gas is a little unusual, isn't it?
Not so much because you get Tech Lab on 1 and then an Engineering Bay, and then go for +1 and combat shields a lot of times. But he might do it a little bit differently. We'll have to see what he decides to do. I'd be surprised if he went up for a factory right away. But yeah, there's the Tech Lab, and usually it's just a Tech Lab on 1 because you want to just continuously pump up Marines. But we'll see. In the meantime, it is a starport.
Oh, nice
there's
scan.
the scan.
Nice.
And now we're going to see the Engineering Bay.
Yep. Yeah, you should put it down immediately. Oh, and Happy scans too.
Yep. It's around 6:30 anyway, so it's a pretty common scan timing for that. But yeah, now I would imagine STX probably going to put down that Engineering Bay for that +1 for his Marines, and of course missile turrets as well. But no, nothing.
Stim. No.
Nothing quite yet. Oh, going for stim instead. Okay.
Yeah. So I guess he figures by the time but Cloak Banshee gets over here anyway, I'll have stim. Oh, but okay. So he's
but
just
it's not going to be
not Banshee.
Huh.
All right, so Happy again playing passively. He's like, you know what? I'm just going to go up to 3 base. So he's going standard tank marine and going into his third. His third's going to be
happy to be passive.
Yep.
And there is the engineering bay going down for STX. He's also throwing down his factory as well. So yeah, pretty common bio play by him. But this is interesting, isn't it? I mean, Happy going for just kind of a basic marine tank composition. And I've said this before on cast, it seems like TVT right now is really just turning into marine tank again, you know, more than anything.
Well, it's the safest thing. I mean, unless you're a very experienced and very good mech player, and most players aren't comfortable enough to do it, there's very few. It's just better to go marine tank. You can be mobile with marine tank. You can play defensive with marine tank. You can do basically anything with it. And marine tank beats just about, or it can beat just about anything else that Terran does. It's not a hard counter to anything, but it can beat anything if you play it right.
I've always felt like if mech is played just perfectly on a map that's good for mech, it's unbeatable.
I agree with that, actually. I think the issue is that people are not comfortable enough and aren't familiar enough with how to play it on every single map to play it, because it really plays differently. Like, Entombed plays different than Shakuras, plays different than Tal'Darim.
Yeah, mech is just very, very intricate, you know, and you can't make a mistake with mech, too. That's the thing, is that mech is just very unforgiving. The only Terran that I've really seen consistently do very well with mech is actually Alive, is the player that comes to mind with that. MVP has kind of dabbled with it from time to time. Marine King has dabbled with it from time to time. And they've done well, but I really feel like Alive is the strongest mech TVTer out there right now in StarCraft 2.
Well, next week we'll actually see the person who's most known for mech TVT, Goody, who has actually made it into the tournament. And I will actually be very curious to see how that works out.
Well, games couldn't be any longer than the last one, so it should be fine. Both players have their third command center really quickly. The only difference is that I bet the worker count is going to be, well, just slightly higher for STX, actually.
And it looks like Happy... Did Happy start Stim? Okay, yeah, Happy just starts Stim, yes. And STX has Stim. So they're about even in their tech tree. Happy's +1 is just a little bit delayed, but he's going to get +1 armor before STX because he hasn't started it yet.
Yeah, and here comes a push from STX. Just Marines and Medevacs. A lot of players assigned to do this in TVZ and TVT.
This is going to be a close fight because he should know that Happy has siege mode. Since he didn't see any Banshees, he knows it's tank.
Yeah, look at his positioning.
Yeah, like Happy's scouting has been really good. Last game was really good too.
Oh, but the Marine going right between the two of them.
It. But it is going to have a short and swift death.
Yep. Oh, man, look at that. Is that his... What is that? It's his arm.
His arm.
Ah, that's horrifying. And, yeah, I don't think STX is going to want to move in there.
Yeah, so I think he's going to, like, you know, I can't break this. He's going to either have to get tanks of his own, or he's going to have to drop, or he's going to have to expand. It's got to be one of those in the next minute or so.
You know, both of these players really good as far as positioning their units go for vision. STX
really
having Marines.
This.
The upper right, upper left. He's got a Marine here. He's got pretty much everything everywhere except for right here. And look at this, Happy just sending out a few Marines of himself too. This is such a weird brand of play that Happy's doing. Just ultra passive, ultra kind of exploratory in terms of you know, looking around and seeing things. And he's actually going to scout this command center immediately.
They're both scouting really, really well. Like, Happy sees everything. Like we were saying, STX knew you'd have to get tanks or expand, and he actually did both. So, you know, he's going to kill that SCV, but STX is going to get that expand up. And then the onus is going to be on Happy. You know, okay, he's getting his +1 to mech now, but what does he want to do? Does he just want to, you know, he's on 3 base, he's like, okay, I'll just go to 200 on 3 base and then push? Or is he going to try to match STX's expansions?
Well, you can certainly do push off of 3 bases.
Okay, there's his 4th anyway.
But, yeah, a lot of times players will go for a 4th. The only time it seems like you'll see players really stick on 3 bases a lot is when they go mech. You know, just because on 3 bases on mech, you can get 200, 200, and 3-3 fairly easily.
God, look at those turret positionings up there. Yeah. Like, Happy he's playing so well right now. He has the scouting position to see if people are pushing up. He has the turrets in the right place. Oh, wow. Nice
drop. Here comes the drop.
Oh, and yeah, STX is actually not going to keep that 4th. That is going to die unless he stops attacking the CC for some reason.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get there in time. He's trying to. Oh, he doesn't cancel it either.
Wow.
Whoops.
So that put Happy way ahead because Happy actually is finishing his command center before he lifts it off.
Yep. And
now it's STX. I think, he already started building more orbitals.
Yes. Yeah, 3 more. Look at that scan, though. He sees all 4.
Wow.
Wow.
So yeah, Happy might just say, okay, you just spent 1,200 minerals on bases. Let's see what army you have and just go.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised, but
well,
he
if we
might.
Look at the tank count, it's actually fairly even.
Yeah, pretty close. Oh, and it looks like Happy, instead of deciding to push, he's like, okay, I'll build orbitals of my own. And he just flops down 2 more bases.
Be aggressive?
No.
No.
BE defensive.
DE defensive. D defensive. Oh, Medevac, he
nice
does
snipe.
get it. Yep, nice snipe there. The supply about even for both of these guys, too. This is kind of like a let's get to 200 as fast as we possibly can, and then we'll make our armies fight. It's like no rush 15 or something like that.
Yeah, it's basically this is 15 minutes, no rush 15. I look at the scouting everywhere. Like, look at STX's positioning. I am loving this so much. He has everywhere.
Look at that. Look at the vision that he has around the map. And Happy, not doing too badly himself, too. We can see a good amount of everything.
Yeah, he gave up the positioning early because he knew he was going tanks and he was going to be slower. But now he's going to have to decide, all right, how am I going to push this? Because he's obviously made the decision to push. He unsiege. He's moving out. What tactically is he going to do?
Oh, and he waited for the army to be moved a little bit out of position to do this.
All right, looks like STX
looks like he's not gonna
decided
be
not to go in.
I thought I was going to use the whole cool thing there, but nope. Nope, not this time.
All right, so Happy is compensating by his lack of vision. He put up a sensor tower. Which is probably, the siege up. Oh, no.
That's a lot of Marines getting shot by Happy.
He's not paying attention. Oh, wow.
Not really.
Thought he was about to send in that whole army.
Ooh, and what were the losses there? Looks like a bit of a supply drop for Happy, but he's going to be able to max out right away again, making all those Marines. The upgrades, though, that's kind of what we need to look at now. It's going to be 2-2 in just a second for STX. And there it is, 2-2. And what does Happy have? He has +1 for his vehicles, about to have
2-2 on Marines
for that, and 3-3 coming up for his Marines.
Yeah, so STX is a little bit behind, kind of like last game. Kingdom was just like, nice maneuver on the left, though. He's about to go into the center. Oh, he decides not to go.
Yeah.
And Happy reacted to it right away, too.
Dropship,
but see, I always curious about TVT when both players have sensor towers, what they feel like doing it, if they're just going to, play around the sensor towers or say, you know what, pay attention or I'm going to go anyway.
Yep. Unloading there. And looks like STX trying to attack.
Mistake.
That's not a good idea. Yeah, I don't know.
But Happy has to be careful, too.
Wow. Both players taking some losses. Supply count very even, actually, for both of these guys. Here comes the push, though, for Happy. Oh, he could kill a lot of SCVs with this.
Because STX is almost... Okay, he's not actually maxed, so he can send things over, and obviously
I guess there's a
planetary,
there,
so you'd only lose SCVs.
It's tanks. All right.
Thank you, Observer.
Thank you, Pinger. I bet that is Scott.
Probably.
I bet that I'm going to have to talk to him after the match and tell him stop.
Oh, no!
That is
How did he not have the siege?
Oh, and that is a huge loss right there for STX.
Happy's got to back up, though, because he's out of Marines.
Yep.
Oh, don't do that.
He's dropping on the tanks. Well, he might be able to get this one, maybe.
Well, maybe now he is, because he's going to clean it up. So STX lost a lot, but look at the supply counts. They're dead even anyway.
That Marine's kind of like decided to defect. He's going to hide in the forest until this all blows over.
So Happy is a little bit ahead on upgrades, but not a whole lot at this point.
Yeah.
What is the tank count right now?
Right now, the tank count is 8-13 in Happy's favor.
But STX has about double of Happy's Marines. So
yeah. Oh, look at that.
And reactors.
Even more barracks. Yep.
Yeah.
He's also got a ton of orbitals too.
Oh. So Happy is doing the tank push. Now he has most of the map control. He has the sensor towers. Anywhere he could be dropped, he has the middle. And now he's going to take his 5th as well, a little bit before STX takes his 5th, but I expect STX will take his soon as well.
And big stim out of STX. Oh, nice split, actually.
Beautiful split. Look at that.
Wow. Oh. That was a beautiful move by STX, but will it be enough? I don't know what those tanks are.
He's got to back up. Yeah.
That was pretty good,
That was really good. And you know what I loved about that most is that he saw when the tanks were sieged, and he backed up right at the exact moment he needed to. So killed what he can, back up, lower the tank count, because Marines are way easier to replace than tanks are.
Really good engagement there, and now maybe a couple free meals even. Oh, no, the Marines do show up. I'll be able to end the fun there. Yeah, I mean, STX really showing some kind of flashes of brilliance here, but at the same time, I mean, just a couple little mistakes here, too, is keeping Happy even. Happy's passivity really working out quite well and sending a small force down.
Engage
up top. This planetary. And yes, there is a battle up top. And Happy
Happy loaded up.
Some damage.
Whoa, what was...
Whoa, wow.
Just lost 2 or 3 drop ships for free, and
Yeah.
now he's way down.
Yeah.
Almost 30 supply, and he's going to lose that orbital too.
Command Center getting ever lower, and at the same time, it looks like STX able to take this out as well. STX barely not able to clean that up.
Happy's going to siege out. Okay, so that's where I was
Just
wondering
gets
where the
Command
rest of his
Center.
army was, because he's just going to siege up and try to get STX fourth. Oh, wow, he's
Make
stuck.
a run for it.
Okay, he does get out.
This army getting taken down by STX, so he does force that back a little bit.
Reset button.
Yep, pretty much. Yeah, we're back to around the same supply. STX actually about 20 supply ahead, so a little bit of an edge there.
Yep.
If we look at the upgrades, though, we see that STX does have his +2 vehicle weapons now as well. Did Happy just try to drop?
Yeah, he just tried to drop with
tanks
like
again.
2 drop ships. Yeah, he can't do that when Marines are there. It doesn't
Now,
work.
here's a big difference. +3 weapon attacks for the tanks of Happy.
Versus
and
what,
3-3.
+1?
Yep, +2 actually. So the upgrades a little bit different. The tanks for Happy just a little bit stronger right now.
I think
overall.
STX might catch him on siege right here. Oh, nope, decided not to go.
Good.
Yeah, he had the perfect scan. I thought he was going to go in.
Oh,
Whoa,
and
Happy
a big
just stemmed his
stim.
whole army.
I don't know. Lots of scans going down for both of these guys.
So this is basically going to be who can catch who unsieged and
Oh,
where
there's
will
Marine
it
tank.
be. Yeah. Are you blinded by the scans yet?
I'm blinding by the scans, it's true, and I'm wearing glasses. That doesn't help at all. One Marine chasing away this command center. He's like, you get out of here. His command center. I'm like, gonna crush you, man. Oh, never mind. My Marine friends are gonna help.
Yep.
That's how it is. Looks like STX wants to take out this base.
Oh,
Will it
I think he
work?
might have done it fast enough. Oh, careful.
I don't
Oh,
know.
no,
This is gonna
STX, go.
Wow, I can't believe we got away in time. And Happy's
Oh,
Marines
Happy.
getting a little bit close.
is getting impatient. Oh, is he going to take down that orbital?
He does.
Nice, yeah. So I was a little concerned, you know, he's playing around the sensor towers, and eventually he's just back and forth positioning, back and forth and
Yeah.
trying to get Happy out of position. And eventually he's like, you know what, I can just stim and kill this orbital, and he did it. Very nice.
Buildings just everywhere. Oh, oops, and tanks being left unattended by STX.
All right, STX is now out of position because Happy's just going
Yeah.
to go for his base. Is he going to try to base trade, or is he going to go back? And it looks like he's going
Oh.
back.
Oh, no.
This-
Run, SCVs, run!
If Happy just kills this orbital real or the planetary real quick, which he could do, it could be really hard
Good.
for STX.
Oh, and STX can't attack
Oh,
here. That's too many tanks.
no.
Oh, no.
He's going to
Oh,
flank him,
man.
though.
Not a very good
Oh,
flank, though.
no.
The Marines just losing badly.
And now the planetary might go down, too. Oh, you're not repairing.
No, he's just giving it up, I guess.
Just
And
sacking
STX, he had the advantage for a little bit, it seemed, but suddenly things swing in a big way for Empire.Happy.
That was a huge mistake, sending about 20 to 30 Marines into the tank line there when his whole army wasn't there yet.
Yep. And
All
another
right, now
fight
he's
down
just
the
going to all
bottom.
in it.
That, I think, is going to be about it. Yeah, STX losing a lot more of his army right there. Trying to flank again, but it just doesn't work. GG for STX.
Yep.
Wow, he does leave, and Empire.Happy taking another game.